With the coming of October 20th and the municipal elections right across British Columbia, we know their names as provided by the city's list of candidates, but what do we really know about the men and the women who have made a difficult decision, in many cases, to chase a seat on council in Kelowna, West Kelowna, Lake Country, in the various towns, large and small, up and down the valley? I honestly believe that this election may well be one of the most critical elections for the city of Kelowna, West Kelowna, in the last couple of decades. And so the council that we pick on October the 20th will be elected to serve in that post. And while the 4 years may seem like a big chunk of time, the reality, when you look at some of the issues they're going to be dealing with, maybe it is a short period of time. Drug problems? Absolutely. Addictions, homelessness, safe streets, affordable housing, transportation. The list is as long as my arm. We're also going to be dealing with growth as developers look to carve lands out of the ALR. Pleasure to welcome to a series of candidate conversations that we're doing, Loyal Wooldridge. Loyal, good morning to you.
Good morning, Phil. Thanks so much for having me on the show today.
Longtime businessman, Loyal's hair studio?
Yeah, Loyal Hair. I've had it for the past 12 years here in Kelowna. We're located downtown.
Okay. So why the decision? I mean, let me start over here. I've shaken your hands a couple of times. You've worked with the Bell Media stations because you've provided hair services and makeup when we've had a couple of photo shoots for promotional purposes. So we've had a chance to shake your hand. You never struck me that you were somebody who decided that they wanted to make a name or a career in running for city council. So talk to me about that.
You know, I think a lot of people are saying that, but most people don't know what's been going on behind the scenes. It's a seat that I've actually been interested in for about 7 years now. And the business needed to be at a point where I could step back a little bit and not have it rely on me as much. And the time is right now, and I'm so excited by so many of the opportunities upcoming, but also some of the really deep challenges that we're faced with as a community. And using my business acumen or my business mind to fuse my social heart to create some balance on council is really my goal and my initiative as we head forward into these next 4 years.
So I effectively ran off a bit of a grocery list there of some of the issues that I feel are significant and facing this city or will be facing this city in the 4 years to come. Can you give me an idea of your top three and your thoughts about them?
Absolutely, and we share that laundry list, absolutely, because I've been working on this for the past year. I've been attending over 20 council meetings this year alone. And the number one thing that I'm talking about, that I'm hearing from residents and businesses, is safety and homelessness. So that is going to be the number one challenge that we're faced with the next sitting council. I personally am really excited about it because we have a strategy. We have an expert opinion of how we can deal with this. But it's going to take some young, invigorated energy to push it through because it's not going to be easy and it's going to take time. Secondly, obviously, is housing attainability, and that can't be answered just, again, with one silver bullet. It's going to take numerous actions and council really working with provincial and federal governments to find funding for that. And then we're redoing our official community plan and the transportation master plan. So much of this really weaves together, and it's going to be really important that we have a cohesive vision on council so that we can approach this in a really sustainable way.
After this many years in business, do you like the city?
I love Kelowna. I've lived in the Okanagan. I grew up in West Kelowna. I've lived here for 25 years, and I've seen the extensive changes that have taken place. And I think it's so beautiful, and I look forward to serving to elevate that beauty.
Loyal, a pleasure to meet you. I presume you're going to be one of those that will have a table up at the All Candidates Forum being held up at Centennial Hall in Rutland.
Absolutely. I'll be at the Rutland Forum, and I'm intending to attend all of the forums that I've been invited to so far.
Tell me, because I've been talking with a few people, and my understanding is that the pattern of the past, gathering all of the council candidates in a church auditorium or some kind of a hall, has been dispensed with, and instead there's going to be a couple of mayor's forums where the mayoral candidates will go head to head. And then for the rest, it's going to be things like will be held up at Centennial Hall in Rutland. You'll have an opportunity to rent a table, so to speak, put out your campaign material, and then press the flesh for an evening. Is that going to be enough for you to meet the people who are going to make the decision who sits on council?
Well, I announced my candidacy about 5 months ago with the intention to be able to reach out to the community for them to get to know me. So I've been working really hard on the ground to meet people for the past 5 months. And I think this initiative is really strong because in a general forum setting, you might be able to hear from a candidate once in 20 minutes versus in this kind of a format, people can wander the room and meet the people that best interest them and spend the time with the candidates that they resonate with. So I agree with this. We have less candidates running for mayors, so a forum that's exclusive to the mayors, I think, is proper.
Listen, pleasure to meet you. Run hard. That's Loyal Wooldridge from Loyal Hair, which is at 1290 St. Paul Street, right downtown. As you've heard, a Valley boy for the last years of his life. Born on the other side of the lake in West Kelowna. Kelowna is his home. It's the site of his business. And he believes that he can make a difference at Kelowna Council, would like that opportunity.